hope you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another exciting edition of the Sports Report Podcast. I got a full house with me tonight. Just want to let y'all know, if somebody get out of line, come up with some bad takes, or talking about some BS, y'all getting thundershocked. All y'all getting thundershocked if you come with some bullshit. So bring it tonight. We got a lot of NFL stuff we can talk about, a lot of baseball we can talk about. But first, I want to bring up the person who runs this whole place, the face that runs the place, as you used to say in WWE. Josie, what's up?
This is the face that brings in the dollar bills.
Dollar bills.
Dollar bills.
Dollar bills. That's how we do it.
What's up, Mr. Morgan? How are you doing tonight, sir?
Doing good. Can't complain. As you see, I got the hardwood backdrop. Look good. I look good with it. I mean,
that logo is one of my best. So
yes, you did a very good job, and I look good with it. It resonates with my skin tone. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in the next person who we have back with us tonight. She makes her return to the Sports Report Podcast. My Blazing Asian Erica, what's up?
She actually showed up tonight.
Hello.
How you doing tonight?
Hey, listen. It's just like every other weekend I'll be here, okay? I got to keep everybody so you got to miss me a little bit, you know?
Yes. Erica's doing the same thing Brock Lesnar does. We see her every
part-time.
Part-time.
She's part-time.
No, I'm doing John Cena. You can't see me.
And certainly last but not least,
late motherfucker.
he is here. The CEO of Walmart and Trailer Parts up in Nebraska with the cornfield. Remember my man Dan the Dig In. Dan, what's up?
Oh, he's not even ready.
Typical Yankees fan, running behind, never on time. It's all good.
Had to deal with the 3 different rooms that got made for this general deal here. Hang on.
The 3 different rooms.
You get the Pikachu.
Okay.
There was I made 1 room.
Sound here.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. All right, we got a full crew with us tonight. First off, I want to talk about the NFL. Preseason football is in the house.
It is a powder.
Ooh, man. Preseason football is in the house. We got some scores to go down.
I haven't been more pumped for a football season in a long time. I gotta say.
Shut up, fucking Texas fan. No one gives a shit what you gotta say.
Fuck you. You're a Dodgers
right.
fan. You can't say shit.
Don't be talking to Erica like that.
Hold on. How are we gonna go from football to baseball? You can't do that.
Don't be talking about Erica like that.
I can't. I don't even know who your NFL team is, so I can't. I couldn't go there.
Fan.
What?
Oh, well, shit. You're gonna talk about my Texans when you're a Falcons fan?
I knew that. You know what? I'm
Listen, motherfucker.
Erica, you know what?
I will bet you right now. I don't care what you want to put on the stakes. I will bet you right now the Texans have a better record.
Erica, I'll tell you this. I already have Desmond Ritter and Mechanic. I already have Desmond Ritter and Mechanic. I tell you that right now.
We got CJ Stroud back there, man.
You actually want to know why?
Davis on that roster. Mechanic could come make an appearance at any time.
Hey,
you want to know why I'm a Falcons fan? You want to know why I'm a Falcons fan? So my maiden last name actually translated to English means of Falcon Town.
Oh, okay.
So when I realized that there was an NFL team that was the Falcons, that just kind of became my team. Then on top of it, my dad is from Philly, so I'll go for the Eagles every now and then. But then again,
I'd respect that more.
Philly's over there with Jalen Hurts looking fine as fuck. So
That's true.
All right, y'all. All right.
And they got my daddy on that team. So
Oh God, no one asked about Daddy. Okay.
All right. All
No,
right.
that's
let's
when
go.
you do the crickets. We needed
Yep.
crickets then.
yeah, you always do the crickets when I talk about daddy.
Yep.
You're already late. You ruined it.
There you
Killed the
go.
bit.
There you go.
Killed it.
All right, let's go ahead. I'll be ready next time. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And this is this.
Why do I hear what sounds like a vibrator in the background? All
Okay, it's gone now.
right.
Don't look at me just because I'm the only female in here. I see you all looking in my direction. Don't even.
Well, it's a Dirty Bird
Yeah,
reference.
what the
He's
fuck?
he's clearly referencing you.
We're trying to get a sneak peek. That's what I'm saying.
She meant the
Anyway.
vibrator thing. And honestly, I
Wow.
was looking at
I
Dan.
mean, we're just trying to get a sneak. I'm just trying to get a sneak peek. That's all. But anyway.
I'm not Asian, Will, so that doesn't
So?
help you.
So
Will just can sense that there's some Asian in your background.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all.
right.
There's
There's a lot of
no
background, so,
Asian in
you might
me.
be, I think you might be 3%.
Oh my God. I'm probably like 0.1%. Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and get into some of these scores real quick. And the thing that I'm so happy about, Dallas got their ass whipped. I know it's preseason, but they still got their ass whipped.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Um,
only take so much from this. You're not playing your first string. Like,
Yeah.
you can only take so much.
Yeah, won't take so much, but hey, it is what it is. But they beat the Dallas Cowboys 28-23.
Who'd they play?
Baltimore- Huh? Jacksonville and Dallas? They played in Dallas.
Oh, it was Jacksonville. Oh
Mhm.
man,
Yeah.
Jacksonville's my dark horse this season. Like, that's the thing. Like, we have no chance of doing anything better than second place in the AFC South.
I need
They can't
Purdy-
be
I need
They can't
Purdy-
be a dark horse anymore, Josie.
He
They-
can't
We
be.
already know that they're decently good. You can't
Yeah, he
It's
can't be.
why I give them
My dark horse
status.
is the Chiefs this year.
Reason I give them dark horse status is because Trevor Lawrence is still only coming early into his second. What the fuck is that?
Seriously, what is that? It
What?
really does sound like a vibrator. What is going on?
What is that?
I don't know. It stopped again.
All right, it stopped. Okay.
Is Trevor Lawrence is only coming into his second year with this head coach. You never know when a sophomore junior slump might hit. I don't think it will. And I do think that Jacksonville takes the AFC South.
That division is terrible.
I mean, Fabio is really good, and I could potentially see
No,
them.
Fabio, no, that's Sunshine. That's Sunshine.
Yeah, that's Sunshine. Yeah, we call it
Sunshine, sunshine.
Sunshine from Remember the Titans. Yeah, boy. Right, go down the rest of these real quick. Baltimore defeats the Philadelphia Eagles 20-19.
All right, would y'all give Baltimore dark horse status? They're kind of
That's
Up
gonna
in
be
the-
I think that's the team that can give the Chiefs some trouble. I really do.
if everything comes to fruition like it should. Now that Lamar's got his bag, that I think they could have a fantastic year, and I agree with you, Will,
I just
that they
don't
could
ask me
possibly
why.
give the Chiefs. Well, I mean,
I
they
just
had a
think
good
that-
draft, they had a good offseason, and then they got the deal done with Lamar. Now the thing is Lamar's got to stay healthy.
And I guess the reason why I look at Baltimore like that is because of their defense. Their defense is very, very good. And if anybody could limit, because nobody's going to shut down Patrick Mahomes. Nobody. But if somebody can limit him, it will be Baltimore.
With Pat, you kind of have to play him, make him do everything, or think that he has to do everything, and then
He needs to think pass at one point, run at one point. Like you got to get him.
you gotta get him running around like chicken with his head cut off, just doing crazy shit because he knows he can do it. Which is actually the nuts thing about him is sometimes he can beat teams without doing that. But that's where he's least effective, is when he's
Right.
trying to do everything.
Yeah.
You got
So
to
that's
shut
kinda-
down any run game that they're going to try and have,
Basically,
and that includes their running back and Pat.
I mean, I I
just
love the
think
Eagles.
that's the team. I just think that's the team that could give them some trouble.
Oh, no. Anthony, you missed it. Like, we already spoke about the Eagles. The Eagles are probably, honestly, that is my pick to win everything this year. I think the Eagles win the Super Bowl. I think for a team that was so close last year, they had a great offseason. They had a great draft. They re-signed a lot of good players. Not even to joke right now. Jason Kelce is one of the best centers to ever play the game, and that was a great re-sign for them.
So, Anthony, whenever Josie picks something, much like Chuck Barkley, you just go the opposite direction on it. So, pick the field against the Eagles.
Damn.
Fuck you.
Not only is that the good bet anyway. Now that
We
Josie
just
said
need
they're
to
going to win the Super
we just
Bowl,
need to
it's
make
even
sure
better.
that they shut down because the Kansas City Chiefs took advantage of that vulnerability on defense that the Eagles came out with. They need to clean that up. But other than that, you can make a case that that's the best team in the NFC.
Yeah, I would
Not the
definitely
bottom. That's the
make
best
that
team.
argument.
The
Yeah,
Eagles?
that's the best team. Yeah. In the
For
NFC,
sure.
that's the
For
best
sure.
team.
That
The
roster's crazy.
49ers, I think, would be right behind them. So
I think
Both rosters crazy.
Jalen is top 2 or 3 in QBs in the NFL right now.
He's top seven or 8.
yeah.
Really?
I'm not going top 2 or
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
I think you're forgetting how many you have to automatically put in front of him. There's at least 2.
He ain't better than
You have to
Burrow.
What's that? That's
He
what I'm
ain't
saying.
better
Like
than
you have to
Burrow.
put, you have to put at least 2. In my mind, you have to put at least 3 or 4 in front of him, like just off the bat. Like,
Because
we're
he
having
ain't
a
better than
debate.
Burrow. Hell, okay, we know he ain't better than Mahomes. He ain't better than Burrow. We already know
I
that.
don't think he's better than Josh Allen.
I don't think he's better than Josh Allen either.
I think this is Josh Allen's tell-all year. If he has another season like last season, I think he starts to fall.
He's like 26. He has like 10 years in front of him.
Yeah, but he showed a
It doesn't
lot of
matter.
weakness last year. He had the most interception rates of any quarterback in the NFL.
Which will only get better because he's going to play more snaps and it's going to get better. That was his 25-year-old season. Like, I'm sure he's going to throw some picks. He's going to be crazy for a second. Like, not everybody's Patrick Mahomes. So basically, that's probably the most he'll ever throw in a season. Like, it's going to get better than that. Like, will he naturally at 35 lose some of his athletic skill? Probably a little bit. It'll just be a little downfall, but like he'll get better mentally, which is all that really matters for quarterback. Let's be honest.
Right.
I mean,
That's
Joe Burrow looks like fucking my accountant. So like, who wears awesome suits made of zebra? No, but like.
Okay, so who's after Allen, Dan?
I don't. That's where it gets like pretty. Like we can pretty much
Okay,
debate
so
from
you
4 on out.
Anthony says that Hurts is full.
I'll swing with that. Like that's fine.
okay. So right now, in my mind,
I'm taking Aaron
Mahomes-
Rodgers over fucking. Aaron Rodgers.
here's my thing. Mahomes, Burrow, Josh Allen. Y'all forgetting the name. And he just got the bag. And he just got the bag this year.
Oh yeah, Justin Herbert.
I ain't ready to
I'll
give
take-
up on Justin Herbert yet.
I'll take Justin Herbert over Jalen Hurts right now.
Yeah, I'm not ready to give the ghost up on him yet.
Herbert had a bad year last year too.
He didn't though. He really didn't. Like yes, he
Look
threw
at
some
him,
picks.
statistically, he didn't.
No, statistically, he had a great season. Like he threw some picks because they play from behind a lot. But that's the main problem is that he's playing from behind. Dude, I swear I saw him last year in Kansas City when they were in Arrowhead. And that guy is the best pocket passer I've ever seen in real life. Like precision, like just 5-step drop and hitting people on a dime, in timing and everything. Justin Herbert was freakish, and they beat Kansas City in Arrowhead. So like the guy's a fucking freak, and I know why he got all that money because I'm sure he looks like that all the time, and they see it all the time. But yeah, I'm taking Justin Herbert over Jalen Hurts too.
I understand too. Herbert is like a victim of circumstance. Mike Williams stays hurt. Keenan Allen stays hurt.
All the time.
All the time. So, if you give him constant weapons, he's proven he can be the man.
That defense is porous.
Yeah, and if you want to put Hurts behind him, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I think so. 6 or 7, like I said, 6, 7, 8. 6,
Well, no, that would put him at 5.
They put him at 5.
That would put 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I want Aaron Rodgers all day over Jalen Hurts.
I don't know about
Right now?
Yeah, right now. He doesn't need. Dude, Aaron Rodgers is a complete. I mean, he's a complete product of his
So
circumstance too.
where are the Jets? Okay, if you say that, where are the Jets getting this season? Are the Jets?
I think that the Jets definitely make the playoffs. I think they make the playoffs.
We also need to talk about the fact that it seems to be that Dalvin Cook is about to be a New York Jet, and that will really help Aaron Rodgers out in New York. Plus, it helps with Breece Hall, so you don't have to rush him back.
Right.
Does in that same vein, does Zeke help Mac Jones?
In pass protection. Which is why I think the only reason why
Patriots picked up Zeke.
Which is the only reason why I think New England picked him up.
It was. So he can play third down.
Right.
So he can play third down and pick up blitzers because he's really good at that because he weighs almost as much as the defensive ends do.
Oh, he's huge for a running back, man. He's fucking huge.
Well, and he's big originally, like when he's cut up and everything, like he was at Ohio State. But when he comes in and starts, eating a little bit too much there in Dallas, Whataburger, he gets really big. Like he's 240 probably. So, but I mean, he's always been a good third down blocking back, and he can kind of catch the ball as far as he didn't do it a whole time in Dallas because they didn't play him on third down. But I'm assuming he can probably catch the ball.
In fantasy, he's going to take someone away from Ramondre Stevenson, but we'll see what happens there. We got the Rams. We got the Chargers beating the Rams 34-17. My Saints get a win against the Chiefs on a late field goal, 26-24. God, that second and third team got to clean stuff up. The Las Vegas Raiders defeat the San Francisco 49ers 34-7.
Raiders better enjoy that win because it's not going to last long.
Raiders of Lambeau Field. The Raiders of Lambeau Field. We got.
You mean that half baseball stadium field they had?
Yep.
The Raiders of second base. They were running right down third baseline.
We got Josie's Texans getting the win over the New England Patriots 20-7. We got the Seahawks getting a win against Minnesota. Go ahead.
On that, coming out of that game, it does look like Davis Mills is probably getting the starting position. I know we make fun of him and all that. But Will, even you said this in the chat the other day. Anytime behind a vet for a rookie, especially a QB out of college, is good. And I think even if he sits just a few games behind Davis Mills, that's a good thing.
Here's my thing, though.
It's the next best thing.
Best thing, yeah.
Exactly. Here's my thing, though. And I want to ask this. Davis Mills is young himself.
Yeah.
He's not exactly a vet. I mean, what could...
Agreed. He still had 2 years in a league and been starting QB for a team for 2 years. And also, like you said, Will, he's still young. If he has a competent coach, like I think D'Amico Ryan is going to be, he could have a much better season than he's had the last 2 seasons.
Well, we'll see what they do. That's gonna be interesting to see what the Texans.
Just gonna address this real fast. This comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what? I guess would be my answer to that. I'm pretty sure that Trent Dilfer has been further than 99% of NFL quarterbacks ever. So if we're Trent Dilfer's been in the Super Bowl, so he's been further than Josh Allen's been.
Yep.
He's been further than further than a lot of guys.
Yep.
So
yeah. Like I said, I think D'Amico is the big judgment there and how he takes control of this team. And you got to see what he does on offense because he's never coached offense. So,
all right. The Seattle Seahawks defeat the New York Giants. The Minnesota Vikings 24-13. Shout out to Alex Collins, who passed away today. Looks to be as a result of a motorcycle crash. Former Raven, former Seahawk. Good running back.
Oh, wow. Really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he passed away today. So rest in peace, my friend. We got the Detroit Lions.
Erica, you got a pussy in your face and you're not even seeing it. I'm sorry. It was right there. I had to. It was right there.
She's so sweet, too, and she's multicolored.
Is it? Is it a Dick Face guy? No?
We have the Detroit Lions defeating the New York Giants
No, she's a
21-16. We got Erica's Atlanta Falcons getting the win against the Miami Dolphins 19-3.
Enjoy it now.
They got to win, baby.
Look, I'm very happy to see what Atlanta did. It wasn't our first string. I'm more excited to see what Ritter does. Ritter did amazing for Cincinnati. I understand that was also on the collegiate level, but he did really good. So I'm really excited to see what he might potentially be able to do on this level. Because right now, ATL's put a lot of faith in Ritter. They're putting a lot of faith in Ritter.
I got to say, the Kelsey brothers are big Ritter fans, and they think he is going to be amazing. They've said so on their New Heights podcast. So, I mean, I could see it.
Damn, Desmond Ritter didn't even play this game, and they still won. Go on, Atlanta, do your thing. The Steelers defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-17. Yeah, you probably gonna have Baker Mayfield running off in the sunset somewhere.
Hold on. Baker does not run. He arm flails.
Yeah, he does.
You have to get it right if you're going to say it. He doesn't just run off. He arm flails.
I can't believe you talk about him like that. Isn't he an OU quarterback? Wasn't he OU?
He is a former OU quarterback, yeah.
And Texas Tech Raider.
Yep.
Yeah.
Texas Tech first. Yeah.
The Red Raiders.
The Red Raiders.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
The Red Raiders.
Bate was good in college. So was Johnny Manziel.
Johnny.
So was Johnny Football. Did you see that stuff about him?
We got the Green Bay Packers getting the win 36-19 over the Bengals. The Commanders getting the preseason win 17-15 over the Cleveland Browns. Arizona getting the win 18-17 over Sean Payton's Denver Broncos. Bears getting a win against the Tennessee Titans 23-17. We got Buffalo getting a win against the Colts 23-19. Jets getting a win over Carolina 27-0. All right, guys, let's talk about some of these free agent signings we got coming down the pike. Dalvin Cook looks to be signing with the New York Jets. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, we said it. I think that definitely helps Aaron out even more. And I could possibly see the Jets in the AFC Championship. Or, right? AFC?
Yes. Yeah, they're the AFC East.
Yeah. So I could possibly see them in the AFC Championship. I still think the Chiefs are the Super Bowl.
I was going to say only – sorry.
But yeah.
I was going to say only because it's like the AFC, in which there's a lot of teams that are upper echelon going to be like – that's the only reason I can't see them in the AFC Championship. Like if it was the NFC, if they played in the NFC, I'd be like, yeah. There's a chance of them playing the NFC Championship.
I mean, you're definitely not wrong there. There is a lot of teams they've got to beat.
I ain't ready for them to leapfrog Buffalo just yet.
No way. I don't think. I mean, I think they'll go in as a wild card. I think they'll win 10 games, somewhere in that area. 11 definitely get them in. But yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers has too big of a chip on his shoulder. But you know what? Like Aaron Rodgers was getting a chip on his shoulder from his own team, and when he gets bit. So imagine now that he plays for a different team, and he can take it out on this team. Oh boy, you're going to be looking at MVP.
And I mean, the fact that he took a pay cut. He took a pay cut from his original signing just a couple of weeks ago.
If that doesn't tell you how bad he was.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Like you're underestimating the power of pure hate. This man.
That's all it is.
Thinks everybody has a chip. Dude, he talks about when he's on Joe Rogan, he talks about fucking one of his college professors who gave him a bad grade on something. And he goes back and he basically goes back and he used that as a chip on his shoulder from college about some fucking paper that he wrote and was using it to as motivation. And I was like, good God, man. Like anybody slights him, it's an issue. And he's gonna fucking come back. Watch out for Aaron Rodgers. That's all I'm saying. He's 40, whatever, but he never used athleticism to fucking play, dude. He just sits back there and that right arm's all he needs. That's all he needs.
All right, the Patriots are officially signing ex-Cowboy Ezekiel Elliott to a 1-year deal worth $6 million. What do you guys think about that?
Ooh, that's all he got. Damn.
6 mils a lot.
I really,
Yeah.
I mean,
figured he would've gotten more
comparatively-
than that, honestly, but I am also really shocked that the Pats got him. I really figured Dallas would have tried to get him back.
Why?
They're gonna.
I don't
use
know.
him
I just,
They got Pollard. Pollard is a better back.
and they've also got Lamb too. He's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
doesn't play quite the same position, but yes, CeeDee Lamb's explosive. But the Patriots are just going to use Zeke Elliott as a third down back. He literally might as well just be an offensive lineman that they put in the backfield.
And pass blocking and some
They're like,
screen
Well, see-
plays.
so you go ahead and eat some clam chowder and stuff up here. We're going to get some extra weight on you. Okay, we're going to need you to be basically in the left tackle that kind of fronts the ball sometimes. Like, because that's always what he's been the best at. Seriously, his best skill, Ezekiel Elliott, since he's been in the NFL, has been pass blocking. That's the fucked up part. So upper echelon, elite pass blocker in the backfield. So that's what Bill saw for sure.
All right, so I want to head on over to the NBA real quick.
No. Michael
Rest
Floor.
in peace, isn't it?
Michael
Oh, I
Floor.
forgot. Go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing, Josie.
So I don't know who saw this, but what are you laughing at?
No.
Well, he always forgets me.
Jesus.
God damn it.
The guy from Blindside?
Yeah. He
Sandra Bullock's
it came
mom.
out today that he's suing the Tui family because the adoption was never happened. They forced him or tricked him to sign a conservatorship, which allowed them to make business deals on his behalf, and he never saw any money from the blind side.
Sandra Bullock? Like the
The
people who are supposed to be Sandra Bullock?
Yes, the real
Damn.
people.
What?
Yeah.
Now that movie is so funny now. I'm sorry. Like they were.
Shout out
It
to
is.
Sandra Bullock.
Can you just imagine what they were doing like after the Disney scenes? You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, oh, let's go fucking steal some money from this motherfucker. He's gonna make us a lot of money.
I
Shout
just
out to
can't.
Wow.
My thing is though, why take so long? Like, man, it's been a long time. He's been in the league now for like 15 years.
He probably just figured it out.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
I mean, you really think it took that long to figure that out?
Yeah, I do. Because he might not have known about like the deals he was getting in college or anything. I mean, there was definitely people paying him to go to college. Like that's how they all did it. It wasn't like just because the INL. And I bet he didn't know that. And I bet they just took all the money that he was getting from the boosters. For real. That's
Yeah.
what it is. And now he just figured out about it. So there's no paper trail of any of that stuff because there can't be because there was no NIL. You know what I'm saying? It's illegal. So like that, I mean, you know, you're the guys brokering the illegal deals that aren't supposed to be talked about or the school
Right.
will get in trouble. That's so fucking perfect to keep it secret, is it not? Like that's a way to keep it completely secret. And then if you just don't tell Michael and just say he's getting a free college education, which I'm sure they do in the movie too. Like there you go. He's getting, you know, it's fucked up. But and how is he figuring out about it? Like that's the weird part too. When I'm like cop out to it.
Crazy, man.
They felt guilty.
So I'm interested to see what how this comes down. I'm interested to hear what is the full story behind what happened. And you know more will come out.
No, yeah, more gonna come out. Yeah. You
So
know
there's
that.
seeing scenes of Blindside with hilarious in between their stealing from scenes. Good.
All right, guys.
Will you want to go NBA or MLB first and talk about Choma?
NBA, because after NBA I'll probably roll out. But I do want to go into the hard route real quick. I want to talk about ESPN's broadcast team. I'm pissed off about it. 2023-2024 NBA playoff team, NBA broadcast team for ESPN. Mike Breen, Doris Burke. Okay. The most annoying person ever on life. Doc Rivers.
Oh no!
It's not just Blake. It's not just Blake.
Right.
It's not just Blake.
Why
Oh,
is
yes,
Doc?
I know. We gotta get better.
He's got something on the NBA.
Why is Doc commentating? I didn't realize he had retired.
Doc Rivers, and then the B team's going to be Ryan Ruocco. You're going to have JJ Redick there, Richard Jefferson, Mark Jones, David Pash, Hubie Brown, and Bob Myers.
The B team is better than the A team.
Hell yeah!
Just because of JJ Redick. I love that motherfucker.
It's
Who's
like,
the A team and B team?
but the A team's going to be your primary three, and Brian, Burke, and Rivers. And then you're looking at you're looking at your B team guys like Ruocco, Redick, Richard Jefferson, Mark Jackson, David Pash, Hubie Brown, Bob Myers. So, you're looking at the B team guys there, and I guess you're getting to change them or do a halftime show or something like that with them. So
Mike Breen is like so good that it won't be that bad, because Mike, like, obviously, like, most of the time it's usually the non-color guy, right? Talking the play-by-play guy is usually the one kind of running it. So like it shouldn't be that bad because Breen's awesome. Bang, bang. No, but Breen's awesome.
But you want to keep. It's not just Blake in check.
Right, he's gonna have to, yeah. Like
He's gonna have to.
basically give him his spots, which Breen is really good at doing. But like Breen can let the other two like talk. He's gonna have to treat him like Mark Jackson, unfortunately. Like I wasn't a huge Mark Jackson fan. Like basically he just like that kind of served things up to Mark. I love that one. But like he kind of just served things up to Mark Jackson. Was like, okay, Mark, talk about this for a second. And then Van Gundy's just out there like, oh, we gotta get flopping out of the game. We gotta get this shit out of the game.
I just and look, I get it. I don't have an issue with Doris Burke per se, because I think she's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But it's just Doc. And then another thing, how you gonna trust Doc? Because he was a broadcaster before he got that coaching opportunity, and his ass was gone.
Yeah. So I mean, he's basically filling.
I will say, no offense to Doris Burke, I'm not a big fan of her voice. Like every time is she voiced in NBA 2K? Is she the
I think she's in it now.
Yeah, she's been in for the last couple of years as the sideline commentator. I don't like her voice. It irks me.
She's got a bit of a lesbian voice. I don't mean that in a bad way.
I was looking for a way to say it.
It is.
It's kind of deep. Like
it's got a little bit of raspiness to it. She might just be needing a cigarette. I don't know. It's not a bad way. It's lesbian. I mean, lesbian-y, would that be a kind of lesbian-y?
I'm telling you, one day we're just gonna get cut off. And
Pretty much.
I said it wasn't bad. Like, you telling me?
No, I mean, I'm not just saying you, Dan. I'm right there. I'm saying right there with you.
I know. One day we're gonna get cut off by FCC Airwaves.
I'm just saying, like, you can't deny that lesbians kind of have like
reason you will never see us on an actual TV show.
I wouldn't want us to do an actual TV show.
Oh my God, like, it wouldn't last one episode. It wouldn't last one episode.
It would just make it like we had to like abide by all these rules and shit, and like wouldn't be the same thing. Yeah.
Other than that, you guys, I don't have anything else on my end. It's more of baseball season than it is anything else. So I'm gonna let you guys take it from here.
All right, well.
All right, you guys. I'll holler at y'all later.
What are we talking about now? NBA or MLB?
So
because you wanted to talk about. Hey, it's good thing I stole all those Wander cards.
That's what I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to say this right here and now. If you haven't ever watched this show when it's just me and Dan, some shit's probably about to get said.
It's just going to be weird. It's not going to be any more like weird. Parental advisory. It's just going to start getting weird.
The Chomo. Yeah, it's a good thing you got rid of the Chomo cards.
Dumped them. There's somebody somewhere sitting on a couple $100,000 worth of Wander Franco rookies that just went to like zero. Which is, I mean, I think that's the thing. Like, how does this work out? So this is the thing. I call him a Chomo and I say all this shit, but we've got to hear the story. And kind of look at his culture as well. Okay, where he's from. This is like, I'm not saying we're not in any way saying it's okay. I am saying that it's not as taboo for that young of girls to be. And Wander's not an old guy. Let's just get that out of the way too. I think Wander is 21 years old, if my memory serves, somewhere in that area. So like, I'm not saying it's okay to go date a 14-year-old in Detroit. What I am saying is that like, it's culturally, that's actually okay. Like that's kind of okay in a lot of South American countries. It's like that's more of a normal thing than it is in America. We stigmatize it pretty hard. I'm like I said, I don't think it's okay, but I think he's, yes. But at the same time, like that's kind of how he grew up, man. That's what he actually like thinks. You know what I'm saying? I guess he doesn't think it's that weird. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, I looked at some of the pictures. She definitely does not look 14. She definitely does not look 14.
She could have passed for 17 or 18, and I'm assuming that's what happened is that she had told him that she was. But Wander can't be that stupid. He just can't be that dumb. For like he can't be that dumb to just be like, yeah, well, I'll just take her at her word, I guess. And like,
and
it's
the
like,
thing
come
is,
on, man.
If she was 17, I don't know the official state law, but like for where he lives, but a Romeo and Juliet rule would probably apply.
That's kind of what I'm saying is like if she told him that was the whatever the legal age was, I'm assuming that's what she told him she was. You know what I'm saying? Because she probably assumed maybe he wouldn't be talking to her at all, which obviously, I mean, that's a good assumption. But at the same time, like, yeah, we have to hear more of the story. We can't just like give what we've gotten so far. They're like, because I think this is probably a lot about I don't know. There's probably some lies involved.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like that. So,
some shit's gonna come out, like we were saying with the Michael Orr shit. Like some shit's gonna come out. Like we're gonna hear more on this. He was placed on the restricted list today, which the MLB had to. They had to, until they know what's going on.
Right. Is my
I want.
coming through you okay? I'm sorry. Is my sound coming through?
It actually just got better.
Okay. Yeah. Good. That's what I. Okay.
Cool. I want Erica to get back in here because she's got some stuff to say on this because she's pissed. You got Trevor Bauer now playing over there in China and trying to make a name for himself over there so he could get back over here.
For, in a nutshell, having rough consensual sex.
Rough consensual sex. And what the fuck? I don't know.
Like, what?
It was doing that noise again. I don't know.
Oh, you getting the vibrating thing?
Yeah.
It might be from my sound switch. You know what I'm saying? So if it happens again, just let me know. I'll switch it back.
Oh, you're good. Anyway, but you got Trevor Bauer over in Japan, over in China, just because he had some rough, kinky sex, and you got this guy over here having relationship with a 14-year-old. Now, like you said, Dan, there's some stuff that's got to come out with the story, but it just don't seem right.
It is. I mean, it still is what it is, regardless of what details we get on the story. It's still not a good look. It's not going to be a good thing for Wander Franco. Like, that's why I was making those jokes about getting rid of his rookie cards. Cause like, if your career recovers from this, you got to do everything right from here on out. If you're Wander Franco, everything. So Erica, what'd you think?
Erica, comments. I was waiting for you to come back. Comments.
I mean, let's be honest. Like I honestly hope that whether like it's proven 100% or not, like I don't know, maybe this is really shitty of me to say, but like I just hope the dude still gets punished for it. Because either way, like this is a child that we're talking about. This is a serious allegation. This isn't just like a domestic. This is with a child. This is having sex with a child. Like, that's a lot. So, I mean, I do hope that there is like some sort of punishment that comes with it. Because like Josie said, Trevor Bauer, it all came out that this was just to pretty much get money out of Bauer. It was
consensual.
It was consensual. This bitch had TikTok videos. Oh, look who I'm in bed with. And it's showing Bauer. But she wanted to sit in court saying that dude beat her. Now he's got to play in Japan. He can't even play in the United States anymore. But then, like, the same time, you've got someone. I love my Dodgers. Love my Dodgers. Everybody knows this.
Like Julio.
Julio Urias. They've got on camera beating a woman in the fucking street. That bitch is still fucking pitching.
He wasn't.
Right now.
It's because he wasn't beating her up sexually. That's.
I don't. But
the MLB's all about. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Like
either way, at the end of the day, sexually or not, like.
Yes, I know, Erica.
I know you know this, Stan, but like, there's got to be like some form of like seriousness taken. Like, I know it's two different sports, but it's like the what's his name, John Moran, sitting here flashing a gun on Instagram, and like nobody's taking it as a possible mental health issue or like a cry for help. That he doesn't know how to verbally express that this is a cry for help. Like, you're fucking around with a minor, that's a cry for fucking help. Let's be honest here.
Well, is it though? Okay, so listen. Let's rewind and I'll ask you this question again. Let's for sake of argument assume that Wander Franco knew that she was 14 years old. Okay. Yes, that's an issue. But I am going to go ahead and probably guarantee that there was some kind of deceptive thing going on there where he thought she was 18.
And I was going to say that too.
Almost guaranteed.
Because I've seen the pictures. That girl could definitely pass for 17, 18
For 17 years old. Yep.
And she says, I'm 17. Now, however, with who he is,
he's got to
check that shit.
Exactly. Why would you not check that shit?
I 100% agree with that. You've got to check that shit. Like, if there is I am 35 years old. I am not messing with anyone near that age, not even 18. Like, I don't want that drama in my life. But if I were to even think that someone is under 18, I'm asking for an ID. I'm looking that shit over like a fucking cop, making sure that shit ain't fake.
If I even suspect that you're under the age, you're going to see me running the opposite way because there ain't no reason that I need to be hanging around you. I'm a 30-year-old adult. Like,
right, but Wander Franco's not. Wander Franco is 20 years old.
He's 20.
Okay, you're still an adult. There's no need for you to be hanging around with a minor unless it's like a family member or something like that. Or if you are outside of a game, you're signing autographs or something like that. Like, that's just, I don't know.
If he's 22, Romeo and Juliet laws would not apply to him even if she was 17. So
he's 22. But that makes her legal though. If she's 17, then that makes her legal.
It depends on the state. In the state of Florida?
Yeah, let's just say that whatever age makes her legal, then it's just legal.
Yeah.
Then it's not. But also, Erica, my thing is like, at what point? I understand 14 is too young, but like at what you're making it almost like at some point people just go from being a child, like you said, to an adult. Like, when does that happen? That just happens overnight, or does that happen gradually and with? Okay, so like you're kind of making it like it's like, oh well, this is an adult and this is a child. It's like, okay, well maybe Wander Franco has the fucking mental aptitude of a 14-year-old.
Yeah, he could.
Like, he
very could. Like,
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
and not trying to make excuses for the motherfucker.
Obviously,
but like, there's got to be a lot more to this story. Has got to come out to know exactly what's going on. Now, however, I do think his career is probably over. No matter what happens.
I don't know how it could. I don't know how it couldn't be. I mean, I don't know how it couldn't be really. There's just way more to this than.
I mean, more than likely. It's the same thing that happened with Bauer. Yeah. I mean, his career is over in the United States all because he likes BDSM. Like, that's not fair.
More than likely, what I'm thinking, because looking at the pictures, she looked like she was right where she wanted to be. Parents outed this. Like, this is a parent thing. That's my thought, at least. But
did you see Franco's quote on it?
Her that's came out and said it. I mean, it could be parents behind it, but
it could still be her. You're right. What was his
quote on it was they are saying that I'm running around with a minor girl. People have nothing better to do with their time. So he's basically saying like he's getting set up is what he's saying. So
but
that's
there's
his.
also but with the platform that you're on and like where you are, like I don't know. I feel like you could say more to make yourself not. I'm sorry, that still kind of like sounds like you could be a little guilty. I don't know.
I don't know, that it kind of sounds. It doesn't sound like anything to me. It sounds like if he really is, we're just gonna have to learn more about the story, honestly.
It sounds vague. It sounds vague.
And with all the people like the Bauer accusers and everybody they've came out and it's been proven that people are just going for money a lot. Like, I'm not saying that's what happened because we don't know. Like, we really don't. But like, people go for money from these dudes a lot. He signed fucking 6 year. He signed a 6 year. Let me see it. Or sorry, 11 year, $182 million contract 2 years ago. So the guy's got a lot of money. Like, if this is a money grab, you have to make it public. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do when they do this. Is like, so we just don't know. We don't know enough about it. And the age of consent, and it's actually in the Dominican Republic because she's Dominican. The age of consent is 18. So just for factual, you know. So we got to learn more about that because there's like nothing out on it. Basically, she has like 3 pictures posted of them together, and it's like that doesn't really prove anything. No. It really doesn't.
I mean, it doesn't. But I don't know. I definitely will agree. Like, there is more that needs to come out for, to actually, I guess, cast judgment or make like an opinion and form an opinion. But it still just doesn't look good being like cuddled up in pictures pretty much, like the pictures don't look good, but everything we have right now is just kind of like, okay.
It's speculation. You just don't know.
And think about like just with sex in general being so private of a thing that people do. Like, everyone obviously makes it private because you would want that thing to be private. Like, think about actually if you're trying to prove that happened outside of the fact. Like, if you're somebody from the outside, do you know what I'm saying?
That was my thought.
Dude, it's like you would think it's like everybody around it knows it's obvious, right? Like, if it's happening, like everyone's like, yeah, I mean, clearly that's happening. But like, if you think about it, that'd be pretty hard to prove if both people were like, if only one of them was saying that it was, and it'd be hard to prove that it actually was. Because it's just such a private thing. Like, that's the weird part about it. So like, that's the weirdest part. It's like, you would almost there's almost no way to actually like prove it. If Wander's just going to go with the I didn't do it thing,
he's got a
we can go he probably did, we can go he probably did, but they're not going to know.
I mean, it kind of breaks down to the whole Michael Jackson thing. If you really want to look at it that way, it was never proven, officially proven.
Right. And I honestly don't know if that goes 50-50 for me too. That could have been a money grab 100%. They know how much fucking money Michael Jackson has.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan, and I feel you on that, Dan. Like, I don't know where to go on that. Like, 50-50.
Like Dave Chappelle does the joke. He's like, they're just at the carnival. They're at Neverland. He's like, they're just riding carnival rides, eating cakes, candies, pies, and cakes. He's like, somewhere in the middle of this, Michael pulls out some wine and some pills, sucks his kid's dick. He's like, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And it's true. It's like, well, I just right in the middle of this, Mike's just gonna fucking, they're going in a weird bedroom time. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's so weird. And then, kid never dies, by the way. Was alive through the whole trial. Did you ever notice that? That was his make-a-wish, was to meet Michael Jackson, and he was like 11. That fucking kid doesn't remember Thriller. Why does he want to meet Michael Jackson?
That's a good point.
Such a weird thing. And then he never dies. Still alive to this day. Make a wish, huh? That's pretty miraculous.
Since we got our music real quick, I did want to say, did y'all hear that the creator of probably one of the biggest one-hit wonders ever, DJ Casper, the creator of the Cha-Cha Slide, died last week?
Yeah.
Cha-Cha, real slow, that one?
Yeah. Cha-Cha, real smooth.
Yeah. So every wedding and
so I was
6th grade graduation party.
I was running a kid zone at a fair this weekend, and I was playing it every so often.
They let you do that.
And fuck you. You know I work with kids, goddammit. Fuck you.
It's just never mind.
Fuck you. Anyway, so I was talking with this person about how he basically started the line dance craze. Like I know there were country songs before that, but he really made it where a line dance could become popular music. I heard that person told me he actually created it for a calisthenics class for his brother, who is a personal trainer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And it just became that.
It just became that.
I guess it does have a lot of like calisthenics involved.
Oh, it's all about moving. It's all
making
about
working
moving.
out fun.
It's like early Zumba.
Let's make working out fun.
I don't know that
now it's just everybody does it drunk. Nobody does it
high.
not do that dance drunk now. You ever notice that? Everybody who does that dance is intoxicated.
Yes.
There's not one person who does it sober. Nobody's like, hey, let's go get some cows in. Let's play fucking.
There were some adults who definitely did it sober this weekend, but yes, I know you. But there were kids involved, so.
Right. Interesting.
Um,
It's always. Go ahead.
No, you go right ahead.
I shouldn't have said what I was going to say. You should go ahead.
Whoa! We have had a first on this show, ladies and gentlemen. Dan
Oh, God.
just censored himself.
Fuck no. You have no idea. You have no idea. If you thought the stuff I was saying was like no. It's definitely I've definitely edited myself a lot. I've parental explicit content, content to myself quite a bit. If you guys were hearing like the darkest, good God, we really would be. We'd be canceled. There would be no way that we'd still be allowed to be on air. I would probably I'd probably have to register for some list or something.
Dan, you're already on the list.
Right. They'd be like, we don't really know what you did, but like get on this list so we can track you. Just because of the shit that came out of your mouth. We're not down with that.
But yeah. So to actually talk a little bit of MLB a little bit, we are coming in to the dog days of the MLB season. Like it's shit or get off the pot time. Not quite yet, probably. I know that's really September. Well,
yeah,
but you're coming into that point. What you were about to say, Dan, you're coming into that point. Every game, especially divisional games in tight divisions, my Houston Astros.
Right. And the AL East.
Yeah.
So, I mean, every game matters right now for the Yankees per se and the Boston Red Sox. Every game matters right now. Like I
would agree, because if your Yankees don't pull something out of their ass,
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. And honestly, I don't think they should. I don't think that their roster is good enough.
I was going to ask, because me and my dad talk a lot of baseball, and he was saying that he doesn't think the Yankees are going to make the playoffs this year. And I was like, no. And I immediately thought of you. I was like, I think Dan has already said that he didn't think they were going to make it this year. But
they're just, it's because I watch every game of theirs.
Dan, we've said it over and over. You can't, in professional sports these days, it's almost impossible for one guy to be everything. And they have made Aaron Judge everything.
So I'd say, arguably in Major League Baseball, it's hard for one guy, it's impossible for one guy on a team total outside of possibly Shohei might be able to carry a whole team. But like, other than that, because Shohei pitches and hits.
Yeah. Because he plays both sides. Yeah.
Right. It would have to be it's impossible to do it with just one fucking pitcher, one elite pitcher, and one he's a switch hitter.
Josie, it doesn't help when you sit there and he's like, he plays both sides. Sorry, like you made that too easy. I'm sorry.
Dun, 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 dun. No, yeah. That's that's a bisexual Josie joke. Just if anybody knows. Yeah. Oh, it's not funny if I explain it.
Well, I was about to put I was going to say, he's a bi-way player.
Yes, he is. Two-way. Goes both ways. AC/DC.
Yep, goes both ways. Yep.
No, I forgot what we were talking about now. Yeah, no, one player. It's impossible for one player on a team, let alone like one player, one pitcher, one hitter. Because that's what New York has right now. Like Aaron Judge, obviously fucking elite. Garrett Cole's going to win the fucking AL Cy Young this year. So Garrett Cole has been elite for a while, is elite this year. He's fucking killing it. But outside of that, dude, they got a collection of a bunch of old dudes and a bunch of young guys who are just not in any position to be winning baseball games at this point.
Yeah.
We're still over 500.
And the
Dude.
one dude that you thought you could lean on is going through one of the worst slumps in Major League Baseball history, and that's Giancarlo Diaz Stanton.
He's not, though. That's the thing. He's not now. He was for a second. Like but it wasn't like the worst in baseball history. But like he was in a slump for a second. He went like a month and a half without hitting a homer. He's hit like 11 homers in the last 25 games or something like that. So
I thought I just saw something the other day that he was like 0-17 or something in the last few games.
It might be the last few games, but like he's hit like 11 homers in the last like 27, 28 games, which like but he still hits he's hit like 192, dude. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Like he hits under the Mendoza line. It's terrible.
I have him on my fantasy, and he just got a homer like a week ago, I think, or something.
Man, I have not.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's
fantasy in weeks.
He's got like 19. He's got like 19 homers this year, something like that. So like, but that's from like 11 of them in the last But that's his only time he's getting hits, though. You know what I'm saying? Like last night he got an RBI. I mean, he's not terrible. Anthony Rizzo was what really fucked us up, dude. Anthony Rizzo had one of the worst. That might be who you're thinking of, by the way, because Anthony Rizzo had one of the worst slumps in Major League history, like for like 2 months. Like he was really good the first month, and then he just went absolutely. And they said it was because he has like a concussion or something from like a month and a half ago, from running into Fernando Tatis's leg, which I can see because Fernando Tatis is juicing, so that leg's probably pretty solid. That's some good it just stay right there. Fucking.
Hey, let's be honest though. I really don't think he is juicing anymore, because if you look at him,
he's not.
You can tell that he's definitely not tiny.
He's slimmed out. He's still not tiny. You know, but like yes, like he's back down to like
where he was. Yeah.
What he should actually look like. Because if you think what he should actually look like, it's not last year. Like, dude was just jacked out of his mind. And then Jeremy Pena. Sure. I love that with the Astros we have a double standard of like, oh, let's just not notice that. Because have you seen Jeremy Pena? Good God, man! Like you're making it pretty obvious. Like that's obvious shit. And he did it really fast too. Like that, he didn't look like that last year. And then it was just like over the summer. Imagine that when he's not getting tested. He's freaking huge, and it's like, how do you even do that, Jeremy? Like,
and there's no way that you can try to even attempt to be like, oh, I was lifting the whole time. You did not get that big.
Not that fast. It would take not like as vascular as he was. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just like, it's like, whoa, dude. Like you're making it kind of obvious. And then he had a shitty season is the thing.
Hey,
like,
so
he's kind of having a shitty year.
I actually just got something. Yu Darvish makes history.
What's that?
Now has the most strikeouts by a Japanese-born pitcher in MLB history. Let's see how long it takes Shohei to get there.
I was gonna say, Shohei will be there in 5 years.
A long time. Like a long time, because Yu's been a good pitcher for a long time. Like Yu has been like striking dudes out. But yeah, Shohei's pace will be way ahead. Like Shohei's pace, regardless, will be way ahead. I just don't think that Shohei Ohtani is going to be a pitcher for longer than probably the next 5 years, possibly something like that. Because he gets to a certain age.
Going to do that? You're just going to leave him in the DH.
He's going to DH. Yeah, he's going to DH and probably play first base.
You think so?
He could play the outfield probably, but like if they're moving him off of pitching because they want to help him physically, they'll probably put him at first base. Like it's the most logical.
Yeah,
the guy's 6'5". Like
that's a lot of wear and tear to pitch and to hit. And play every game. I agree with Dan. 5 years I think is all you're going to get out of Shohei. That's why it's important for him to get his bag this season.
Patrick's saying, he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid in the offseason. He can seriously go out for the rest of the year and just suck, like not get another hit and just give up like fucking a 12 ERA in all of his starts, and he's still going to get $750 million.
700. Well, that would be one of the largest contracts in sports history, right? I think
it would be probably the one besides if you count some some of the soccer deals.
Player.
But those are like from countries and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like those are countries who are like laying that kind of money. Yeah, those aren't like individual teams. Those are fucking usually like a whole country's behind that shit. Like there's a lot of boosters and stuff. So like, while still impressive, it's just like this is a whole different thing. Like for the Americans, it will definitely be an American sports contract record. Let's just say that for total value and probably close to like per year, because they can't it'll be in like the $75 million a year range. But didn't Dak get like Dak? Was like at 76 a couple of years ago, but that's front loading a contract. So like consistently through a whole contract, $75 million a year, that's fucking ridiculous.
So the largest MLB right now is $426 million.
Was it Trey Turner? Or was
Mike
it
Trout.
Judge?
Mike
Trout has the biggest one. I guess that's that extension. Yeah. Okay. So that's the biggest like complete dollars one, or is that the? Yeah, because then okay. 426, you said?
Yes.
And baseball. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm looking right now. Okay, so no.
It's Mahomes would be the one that beats that.
And the number one in sports, and Shohei would beat it if he got what you just said, is $674 million, and that's Lionel Messi.
Okay, so yeah, that's soccer or football.
Yeah, I'm looking at all sports.
But Messi came back, I feel like, to America. He plays in America now. He plays in Miami.
Yeah, that contract
he's in
ended,
Miami.
that contract ended in 2021. And Messi got another great deal with, we talked about that on this show, Dan, his deal with Miami. Like he got rights to shit with Adidas. He gets a certain amount of money from the team. He has rights to ownership once he's no longer a player. He
backed up the truck.
Like they couldn't pay him what he was worth, so they literally got with companies to give him amazing deals so they could equal to what he would get offered.
Yep. I mean, that's
so Patrick Mahomes is number 3, Dan. 450.
Who's 2?
2 is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, okay, so
536. So yeah, this will be the first time that an American sports tops the list if he gets 750 million.
He'll get at least 600 and whatever that Messi deal was.
674.
Yeah, so that's probably what they'll shoot for. Anywhere over that, I can see it being weirdly $675 million just for, you know what I'm saying, like just so they can just tip top that one and make him basically the highest paid player in the history of sports at that point, which makes sense, you know, because he is a fucking dude. He's 2 players, so basically take the biggest 2 contracts and put them together, and they can actually ask for that if they want.
Okay, but the thing is those deals that Messi and Ronaldo got. Messi's was only a 4-year deal. He made $168 per year, $4 million a game.
Yeah,
and Ronaldo was $214 per year because his was only 2.5-year contract.
Jeez.
And that he just signed that this year. It's 2023 to 2025.
Yeah,
but that's with Al Nassr. That's that new one that's paid for by the Saudi Public Fund.
Yeah, Saudi Public Fund.
Saudi government.
I love that name. I was gonna say I love that name. Such a good broad name. Saudis are smart guys. Such a good broad name that you can just pull everything out of it and put everything into it. Like it doesn't matter what it is. Like, oh, the People's Fund. It's like, what the fuck? There's no regulations for that then.
That was who was gonna buy WWE, and I had shit fit.
I mean, that's gonna be the thing though, dude. Like, how are they not gonna just lure everybody over there?
Oh, they're doing.
If you have that much money,
yeah, they're doing it in golf too. They lured all these people over, and then ended up now they're partnering with the PGA.
Yeah, they bought it basically.
Basically.
Yeah, like who in the fuck thought that could happen? Like, dude,
the PGA said 2 years ago that what they were doing was wrong.
Until the PGA got half $1 trillion fucking wiggled in front of their face. That'll change your mind. That'll change your mind pretty fast. You start putting 9 zeros on shit, and people seem to change their minds about their former opinions on who or what you are. That's the unfortunate thing. They saw something with 9 zeros behind it. They're like, what in the fuck is that? The real amount of money? They have that? Hang on. We're in, I guess. Yeah. PGA was like, yeah, I guess we're in. And did you just offer us over $1 billion? I'm sorry. I guess we're in.
So number 4 is
what we said about you.
And those are the only 2 American team sports that make the top 4. Number 5 is Canelo Alvarez, but it's paid for by a company in Danzig, the boxing streaming service. And his was 5 years, $365 million.
Right. Wouldn't it be like that's weird though, because Floyd would be tops on that list, right? If we're talking like actual, because they're not contracts, because he gets paid per fight.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
He actually has. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This is probably he is probably one of the first boxers to make a deal like that. Like he now fights solely for a company and like
Right. So he doesn't have to like do it per fight. You just like
they
just pay for all of his training and shit like that, and then he probably gets paid for the fucking fight too, dude.
Yeah,
That's the fucked up part. At least a percentage.
He's got to win some kind of the purse. He's got to win some of the purse.
Especially if he wins, like, you know, and has their name on his trunks. Like, keep winning, big boy. Get that name out there.
So Judge is in the top 10. Where do you think he falls?
Probably like 8 or 9.
He's
7 or 8.
He's number 7.
Okay.
Mookie Betts is 6. And then Aaron Judge.
Mookie got a bigger deal than fucking Aaron Judge got last year. I mean, that makes sense because
by $5 million. And it's also a 12-year deal compared to Aaron's 9-year deal.
Look at the captain too, just not taking the biggest deal that he could have took. He could have just took more money than he has ever got paid in Major League Baseball.
He would. If he'd have taken what it's been rumored that San Francisco was offering, he beat Mike Trout because they were it was like $450 million, right?
Such a modest captain we have.
He would have tied Pat. If he'd have taken that deal, he would have tied Pat.
That's why you got that captaincy, baby.
I feel like I'm
he knows he's gonna. You're gonna throw up. No, wait. There's more. He's gonna.
I didn't realize you were still there, Erica.
Yeah, he's gonna he's gonna get way more money from playing in New York as a Yankee.
You just been quiet. We gave the disclaimer when it's me and Dan on here by ourselves. Some random shit gets talked.
I know, hence why I'm not saying anything.
We're staying pretty on task.
We're staying.
No, you guys are. I'm actually very proud of you guys. You are.
Usually it goes like pretty fucking far off.
Way off of sports.
Yeah. Or just the conversation just starts without sports, and it's like for first 20 minutes, there's actually no sports report on the sports report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Dan have had an idea for a show where we just come on, start talking, and then one of us just hits the live button and go.
To where the other one doesn't notice, though, but it does say live in the corner.
I think we would lose the podcast really fast.
Well, it'd be our own thing. So if we got to cancel, that's on us.
Yeah.
Right?
It would be no relation.
Yes. Like we have to run that disclaimer before every show. We have no relationship with the sports report, or just run like a big long paragraph everybody has to read, or have like one of those female voices read it. Maybe it'll be Erica's voice.
All right. So Dan, who do you think is gonna fall off coming into this? Like my Houston Astros, like they're doing better. However, they've got to beat the Rangers in September. Fuck you, Erica. Don't even say it.
You ain't gonna beat the Rangers. I'm telling you right now. I do not think we will beat the Rangers.
We beat them in the last series, but they're not playing as well as they were.
Exactly.
However, no, the Rangers, not the Astros. The Astros are playing better.
I'll tell you right now,
they're finally getting consistent.
The Rangers don't want any part of Houston in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Because Houston is just so experienced. Obviously, they're the defending champs.
Just
like they get in the playoffs, and it
doesn't mean anything.
It's all about Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker just like doesn't give a shit about anything, and like they can sense that. They're just like, yeah, I feel like just Dusty's just like super relaxed. Like, why are we not relaxed? It's like it just helps a ton.
He is the definition of a player's coach.
Yeah, he's amazing with his fucking black gloves on, like he's gonna do a tattoo,
and all his bracelets.
Yeah, like he looks like a tattoo artist that you would like. If Dusty Baker was my tattoo artist, my life could be finished. It's like it's down. Dusty, why don't you just go ahead and do a good San Francisco Giants right there, bud? I don't even like the Giants.
Ew, don't talk about the Giants.
Like, or you can make it an Astros star if you want. Whatever, Dusty. I'll leave it up to you.
Yes!
I'll leave it up to you, Dusty. It's all about you.
He'd go with the Astro star because that's his world. That will be.
And then over top of it, I want you to do like Sharpie pen signature, okay, and then tat the signature on top of there. Dusty.
That would be a cool ass tattoo.
Dusty Baker.
Badass tattoo.
Fuck yeah, dude. Dusty Baker's my tattoo artist, man. He can get it tattooed on you. Yeah. Yeah. That's what he looks like though. For some reason, I don't know why. He's clearly not. He actually looks like a guy who like plays blues guitar in a dive bar.
The man knew
like
Darren.
He goes to every town that he goes to after they play. He just goes and straps up. They just like he's got like a bolo tie and a cowboy hat and shit on, and he's just out there just playing blues. And he's just all night like it's just dusty cocaine and blues, baby. And it's just him by himself. And he sings like really like just some crazy shit. Anyway.
Okay, it hasn't stopped this time. I don't
Look,
know.
I hear the vibrator again.
Is it again? Okay, hang on. Let me change my thing and see if it changes. Let's change this back to.
Did it stop?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what it is I got this new webcam, and I'm using the microphone off of the webcam, and I don't know if it's like maybe it's on top of my screen, and I don't know if the screen might be shaking the webcam and making the. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a fan or something.
I swear to God, it smells like a vibrator. Like.
That's probably what it is.
I mean, if that's how you want to like cover up that, you play with those things, that's fine. But
it's just in my asshole, guys. Okay, so like, fucking
whatever makes you
it's
feel
remote
better.
Control. It's remote control.
That just sounds like a typical Yankee fan thing to say.
I mean, that's what we do when we watch the games.
So
can't be looking at Giancarlo like that.
Exactly. All right. Is Baltimore your heavy favorite for the AL, Dan?
Like the whole AL?
So like yeah.
To go to the World Series?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a fucking fighter's chance in hell that the Baltimore Orioles
Who-
go very far in the playoffs at all.
Who's your
So the
pick
Orioles.
for the AL?
But who's my pick for the AL? I mean, honestly, at this point, it's got to be the Rangers. Like, if the Rangers don't have to face Houston, because Houston, I mean, it's just they're so inexperienced.
In Houston, you can see it. Houston's coming into their stride that they always come into come September, October.
They're going to be tough.
They're going to be tough. They're going to get their shit together. Alvarez is back. Tuve's back. Like, Verlander has helped the bullpen, which was their big struggle in a lot of the summer, was the bullpen.
Jeremy Pena looks like he's on the roids again. So
Pena is picking up again.
His reaction time has went up, and his power to left field's went up quite a bit too, because he's back on them cycles.
So
that juice shot back in.
Getting that juice.
He's juicing like a motherfucker.
Juicing like a motherfucker.
The AL's a fucking crapshoot, dude.
It is. It really is. It could be the Rangers. The Orioles could pull a Padres last year, which, man, did the pods fall off? Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's such a weird thing because that roster is so fucking loaded. But at the same time, like, they're pretty top heavy. Like, after you get past like Cronenworth, like there's like 5-6 guys: Snell, Cronenworth, obviously Soto, obviously fucking Tatis, Machado, and that's
talking about the Orioles.
I'm talking about the Padres.
Pods.
So the Padres, yeah, like that 1, 2, 3, 4 is ridiculous. Like it's it goes Tatis or Ha-Song Kim, Ha-Song.
Ha-Song Kim.
Funny song. Ha-Song. It means funny song in Japanese. No, I'm just kidding. But like after him, you go Tatis, Soto, Machado, Jake Cronenworth, and then their pitching's decently good. Like they have fucking Jabba Joe Musgrove, and and Blake Snell. And so like, but after that, can you name one player? I can, but not very many. Like it doesn't. It's pretty to the point where they're kind of weak after you get past those 6-7 guys. Like it takes everybody. Like it takes dudes who like the Astros always pull somebody out of fucking left field. It's always like some random ass dude. Like Chas McCormick will probably have a great playoffs this year.
Well,
Mark that down and go back and
you're
look.
not wrong. One
You
year
will.
it was Kyle Tucker 1 year. Then it was
Yeah.
Alvarez. It was Alvarez 2 years ago. And then it was Pena last year. You're not wrong. Every
And their
year,
pitching is always just fucking consistently awesome.
and that's also when vets start to come alive. Like Bregman has shown he's a playoff guy. He always
absolutely.
thrives in the
Serial
playoffs.
killer.
And I there's no way Tuve has 2 off playoffs in a row. So I think Tuve will have a good playoff season.
I mean, you could argue the best 2 teams in baseball are in the NL. I mean, you could go with I think the Dodgers and obviously the Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves are the best team in baseball by quite
By
margin.
far. The Atlanta
Yeah.
Braves are scary. Like if you're right and the Astros go back to the series, the Atlanta Braves are going to be tough for the Stros, man. Tough.
The Atlanta Braves have a plus 206 run differential. If you break that down, over 100 wins, that's winning by 2 runs a game.
I mean,
They're not even close to
Atlanta's
that
been
yet.
pretty scary this year.
Yeah.
Their
I mean,
offense
what,
is ridiculous.
20 game win streak at one point, something like that? Like,
Yeah, I say, wasn't it 20? I thought it was 21 or 22.
it was something like that. I think they almost got caught up to the Astros, who I think are number 2 at 23.
I say Dan's looking it up.
Yeah.
I must know what the actual number is. 23 games is the longest number.
And that's
I was
held
gonna say,
by
what's your-
Houston, right?
No, the 1916 New York Giants won 26 in a row. Sorry. The Cleveland Indians 2017 went 22 in a row. I don't see Josie. Where are you seeing the Houston Astros at all?
Houston had this.
I didn't think so because I'm getting Chicago White Stockings in 1880, 21. Chicago Cubs. More recently, the Oakland Athletics in 2002 won 20 games in a row. I mean, it's hard to get to 20 games in a row. That's fucking up there. Like, let's just see if there's a Houston Astros anywhere in here.
No, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I'm way
16.
wrong. It's 12. Is their longest win streak?
Yeah, see, dude, it's tough getting up to that.
Yeah, where did I get that from?
Yeah, it's tough getting up there. So the Yankees in 47 won 19 in a row. The Providence Grays, 1884. How about the St. Louis Maroons, also 1884? The Boston Bean Eaters, 1891. Did you know that the Nebraska Cornhuskers used to be named the Nebraska Bug Eaters? It's not a
I need
joke.
a cigarette on that note.
That's actually the real. That was their original, and their mascot's hilarious. Their mascot was hilarious back then.
So yeah, so you think Atlanta for the NL, or do you think the Dodgers finally don't suck in the playoffs this year?
That's the weirdest thing. Is like,
Every year, bro. Every year.
it is, but then this year they weren't supposed to be like that, and they've proven it wrong. And nobody thinks that they're going to be like running through the whole playoffs. So like that, this could be the year that they do it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody like expects them to do it. So
I would love to see a rematch, Dodgers Astros. I'd love to see that.
Dodgers Astros.
Yeah,
In
it
the-
was
in the World
20. Yeah,
I
think it was-
need to see the Atlanta Braves in the World Series this year. I don't think there's a. I think that should be pretty clear for everybody.
I honestly would not be sad about that. My grandfather was a huge Atlanta Braves fan, and I would love to see them make it to the series. And like I said, they're the one team that scares me for the Astros to face. Like, they're scary.
It's weird too because Atlanta sports fans, like if you're out there, Atlanta sports fans, I'm gonna apologize for all this about down there. Like you guys kind of suck, dude.
Yeah,
like
they do.
Like what is with you fucking guys? Like you're like it's almost like what have you done for me lately? I guess because like I mean, okay, so I get with the Braves that they were in 4 World Series in the '90s and shit, and like they didn't win one. Or they didn't. They won one of them, I think.
Yeah, one, I think.
But they were there a lot, and like so. And then you have obviously the Matt Ryan fucking debacle, the 27-3. So like I understand that you guys are a little bit beaten down by this, but your teams are still getting to like.
And your NBA team is the Hawks.
Right. You have Trae Young for the future. Good luck with all that. He's literally just like a 3-point shooting machine. They might as well just like not play anybody on defense. I think he's actually a liability on defense. Like he actually gets in people's ways of actually defending people. And shoots 35-foot 3-pointers. Is incredibly streaky. But no, I get it, Atlanta. Like you don't want to be like built up to get disappointed. But at the same time, like this ain't one of those teams getting disappointed though. Like they were good when they won the title in 2020, right? So they were good, very good, obviously. And they lose Freddie Freeman.
Yep.
And what do? They add Matt Olson, who at this point statistically is about on the same level as Freddie Freeman, and that's tough. That means you're the fucking elite of the elite first baseman.
Yeah.
They basically just didn't downgrade at first base and lost Freddie Freeman, and then they upgraded with fucking Spencer Strider and Michael Harris Jr. in the same year. Those guys were 1-2 in the NL Rookie of the Year voting, so they literally had the first 2 guys. So and now those guys are 2.5, 3 years in, and they're veterans at this point. So like they just kind of, and obviously you have Acuna, who's having an MVP season. He's probably going to go 40-30, steal 30 bases, hit 40 home runs. And he's hitting like 308, something like that. He's Ozzie Albies, a switch hitting second baseman. He's having a great year. Obviously, Matt Olson has 43 home runs or something. He's leading Major League Baseball home runs. So, and then you have Marcell Ozuna. Like this, the lineup's just loaded. And they lost Dansby Swanson last year too, and just kind of paraded in Orlando Arcia at shortstop, who's having a better season than fucking Swanson was for way less money. And it's like they just had a lot of things come together at the same time, and they got a lot of deep talent. That's why I think that they're probably going to go to the World Series. I don't know about winning it because it's all about, people getting injured, how you're playing your starters. Spencer Strider ain't going to fucking – he's going to be fine. Like, don't worry about 80 innings with him. That dude's a fucking –
I mean, if what we're saying is true, and it is Houston, it's you've got to compete with, like you said, that bullpen or that pitcher and that bullpen. They've always got great pitchers, and they've got depth at the bullpen.
Yeah, and are you talking about Houston?
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah, Houston always just like I'm telling you, it's a lot about like Dusty, and then they won the titles before Dusty, obviously. So like it's all about like they just go super relaxed though because they've been there so much. And now that you get fucking Justin Verlander back, and he's might as well just be like kind of like the same thing as he's a LeBron James type of guy, and the fact that he is gearing up for the playoffs. Like there's no like Verlander's not like really that worried about the regular season. Like let's just get us in, which the Astros are going to get in. Just get us in, and then I'll go to work in the playoffs.
I believe they win the AL or their division. Like I don't think they go in as the wild card. I think the Rangers, when they see them next, it's going to be a different team, and they're going to take the 2.5 games they need to take the AL, their division.
So in the AL West, Houston is back 2 games. Okay?
It's 2 games now. It was 2.5
after today. It's 2 games with the remaining schedule being about what am I looking at? About 45 games. So they're definitely not even close to out of it. No one really is. Besides,
and they play their last divisional game against the Rangers early September, or their divisional series. It's a 3-game series.
The only team out of it right now is the hilarious Oakland Athletics.
Oh my God. One of the worst teams in Major League Baseball history.
32 and a half games.
I keep seeing that like almost every game that they're playing in, even the other team's fans are chanting, "Sell the team." It's really sad.
Yeah.
Because
there's usually more of the other team's fans there.
Yeah, there's usually more of whatever team they're playing against.
Let me
than
reframe
the-
that. Not just with when they play the Yankees either, because the Yankees almost fill up half the other of every other stadium. They really do. Like I'm going to game on September 30th in Kauffman for the Kansas City Royals, right? And the entire bottom sections are already sold out. Like I had to get my tickets like 2 weeks ago because all the bottom sections are already sold out and everything. And I guarantee there's not one Royals fan that's sitting up there, unless it's a
No,
season ticket
I
holder.
agree.
It sits there every week or every day.
Well, that's because the Yankees are like the Cowboys of the Major League Baseball. Like
Let's not go
there's
that far.
fans for the. Well,
Fan-wise,
I just
I know
mean
what
they
you-
have fans everywhere.
I know what
That's
you
all I meant. I respect the Yankees a lot more than I respect Dallas.
I know
The
what you-
Yankees are probably in my top 5 teams, Erica. Like they're
What?
they are baseball.
Oh
They
my
are
God. You did not just say that to me.
I hate on them,
What?
but they are a team that represents baseball because they're a
The only
legacy.
one, yeah, the only one who even has a fucking shot is your team. Erica. That's the only team who even has like an argument that I'll accept for being who is the face of Major League Baseball as like a franchise. The Dodgers might be up there. Like they're
I
up
would
there,
agree with that. I would agree with that.
but they're not. They're not. It's clearly the Yankees. That's what everybody thinks, though. By the way, Erica. Like that's like he's not even really.
It's still disgusting.
It's
I
just
thought me
the
and
truth.
Josie were cooler than this.
Sorry, you don't like the truth.
Now I'm grossed
Like-
out.
You sound
it's
like
like-
Will when I told him that I think LeBron is number 1.
Oh, Will was crushed. Will was crushed in like a very deep down way. That's
Disgusting.
that's why that's why most people won't say it. Like I think that most of those old heads that still like go for Jordan or whatever. I think deep down they know. I think they know. I can see it in their eyes sometimes. They're just like, fuck, we gotta hold on to Jordan because it's pot committed.
Oh my God.
So who do you think is number 1, Erica?
For what? What sport?
No,
We
For
went from
basketball.
baseball to basketball to fucking.
LeBron.
Follow
LeBron or
our
Jordan. Read the
LeBron or
tea leaves.
Jordan.
Read the
LeBron
room.
or Jordan.
Jordan.
Oh, fuck you.
As people
I mean, that's fine. You're a Texas fan, and apparently you fucking choke on Yankee dick while you're at it,
yeah,
Josie.
I mean,
So fuck you
I mean-
too, bro.
the 27 titles does a lot towards like it being the truth. Like they just have been the most famous franchise ever. Like it's not even. And hilariously, your team used to play in New York. Imagine that.
Yeah.
So like that's the weird part is like till the 50s, like you were part of the New York scene too. Imagine that.
That is disgusting. So
Yeah.
gross.
The Trolley Dodgers. You know what?
The
Fucking
Trolley
trolleys-
Dodgers.
Fucking trolleys in LA.
Hey Dan, how did the Dodgers get their name?
From the Trolley Dodgers, from the trolleys in New York City. There used to be dudes who could dodge them. Apparently.
I'm actually like seriously proud you knew that.
Yeah, the Trolley Dodgers, the Brooklyn Trolley Dodgers, absolutely.
Very proud of that for a Yankee
Really?
fan.
I
Like,
feel like there's a lot of sports history that Dan doesn't know.
yeah,
There's a
no.
lot. There is a lot that I don't know, but like certain sports,
Major league sports.
I did some pretty, yeah.
When I refer to him, I'm talking mostly the big 3. Like, that's
Right.
usually what I'm referring to.
Hockey, I've never followed hockey. I couldn't fucking answer any trivia questions about hockey. Because I just never followed it. I just never really cared. Well, it's because I couldn't see the puck, dude. I've told Gene that before.
Yeah.
I couldn't see the fucking puck most of the time. And I was like, I don't know where the ball's at, bro.
Honestly, like, and I know this is a little bit stupider, but that's a little bit of my problem with soccer. I have a hard time following the ball in soccer with the way they do the camera and everything. Like,
Look, I just follow the asses in soccer.
In baseball, this seems like there would be, and football, if they wear like tight pants, it seems like there would be more of them,
yeah,
right? I mean,
there's definitely some nice asses. There's definitely some nice asses in the NFL.
Okay,
only-
we're not talking about daddy again, okay?
Oh,
John Carlos Stanton, best ass in sports.
I was gonna say
So good at this
that was actually where I was going but Giancarlo the Ass Stanton has.
That's why we keep him around. Yeah, he's hitting 192, but
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to look at. Even in the Yankees jersey, it's so disgusting.
Oh,
So
those
good to look
pinstripes make it look better.
the pinstripes make everything.
at. I think the Dodgers stripes would make it look better.
Dodgers would have the stripes. They wear a striped uniform?
They have a striped uniform, yeah.
Which one?
The white one.
He'd look
It
good.
has
He'd look
pinstripes
good
on
in it. He'd
Do
look
what?
good in Space City blue.
Giancarlo, I mean, gotta not skip leg day with that guy. Hilarious part, doesn't use his legs when he swings. Oh, it's all just fucking upper body. He looks like a dude in T-ball sometimes. He looks like a grown man playing T-ball when he swings. It is the most ridiculous. Like, he's just out of sorts. Like, he can either track the ball or he can't. And when he can't, he'll swing at pitches and they'll miss his bat by 2.5 feet. I kid you not. I see it almost every day. But when he's hot, hey, if he gets one locked in, that thing is going somewhere fast. Let's just say that. Crushes the ball. So that's all he's doing. That's all he does though. Hit home runs. Hit my drives sometimes when he's not missing by 2.5 feet. But shows good in those pinstripes.
So, any other sports news we need to talk about that I'm not thinking of here? We talked about.
Let me see if I can get just like a little more Wander Franco information here. Hey,
So
Aaron,
Dan, while you're looking that up, who do you think puts on a good show in the playoffs but doesn't?
Who's like the surprise team where we're going, oh, they can fucking make it, and they don't.
Yeah. Or
Probably the Orioles.
pull out a Padres. Really?
Probably the Orioles or the Rays. I mean, but that's the thing is the Rays were kind of like
The Rays are
the best
falling
team
off.
for a while. I mean, but they're still good. They're still really good. They just, I mean, but probably the Orioles will be the most surprising one because nobody knows who plays for them. You know what I'm saying?
They're playing good ball right now. It's
I mean,
just can they keep it up?
They have good pitching. They have the best young catcher in baseball. Adley Rutschman is a switch hitting catcher who's a fucking stud, and he's all about that winning shit too. Like, he's a captain type guy.
He got that dog in him.
He has a dog in him for sure. He's a stud. And then, I mean, obviously they're kind of a little bit. Cedric Mullins hits like 6th playing center field for them. So like Cedric Mullins is a great player. Like, also he was an all-star last couple years, 2021. Anyway, but yeah, I mean they can make a run. It's just they're so inexperienced and young and shit. Ryan O'Hearn, that's third for them right now, and Ryan O'Hearn hit like 180 for the Royals last year. So like, how the fuck is it just because you're a Royal? Like, it's almost gotta be. Like, nobody cares about the games and shit.
Who's winning MVP, Dan?
On both sides?
Yeah.
Shohei is the fucking walk-away MVP this month.
Yeah.
From the AL.
Yeah.
The dude might not just win the fucking AL MVP. He might win a fucking Cy Young to go on top of it. That's the fucking weird part. He won't because there's somebody who.
I was gonna say, you think he's gonna beat Garrett Cole?
No, Garrett Cole's gonna win it because Garrett Cole's basically carried the Yankees over there at this point. He's a fucking stud. But he gets pissed in games and it's hilarious, dude. Like, when he gets pissed, he dialed up 101 last night. He hasn't done 101 since he was 27, and he dialed up 101 last night because he was pissed off because the umpire told him he has to address the batter with his eyes before he starts his windup or whatever. And he was so fucking mad. He just next pitch, there's a 3-2 pitch, 101 miles an hour, struck the dude out, and just walked up the mountain. I was like, oh Jesus,
Yeah.
that guy's a fucking serial killer. But
He's got that angry dog.
reached back for it, and then like shut it off, and I was like, oh good god, the guy's gonna kill somebody. But yeah, like, Shohei's your definite AL MVP for sure, and then probably Garrett Cole on side. And then on the NL side, it almost has to be probably Ronald Acuna. Ronald Acuna's having a fucking great year. He's gonna do something.
He's one of the only ones that hit 1 billion votes in the All-Star games.
Yeah, he's
doing gross this year. He is
who is?
Acuna.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He's nasty.
He's just been absolutely fucking gross this year.
His numbers have always been. I mean, he's always been pretty good, but this is like a whole.
No, Yeah, agreed, Dan. Like he's always been really good, but this year he's like something else. He's fucking gross.
He's got, okay, so right now he's hitting 337, 421 on base percentage. He's hit 26 home runs and he's stole 55 bases.
Damn.
So he's in a 20-50 slot right now with like 40 games left. That could easily turn into 40-70. He could have
Yeah,
40,
no, I
40
was gonna
homers and
say
70
so what
homers.
that rate that makes his odds of getting up there pretty decent because I mean he's already sat here and been so
That's-
productive.
70 home runs.
No, 70 stolen bases. So 40 homers.
40 homers. Okay.
Yeah. Matt Olson and Shohei are like if they go nuts in the last month and a half, 2 months, they could fucking get to 63. I mean, for real, they could probably get. But on Olson's side, it's not about 63; it's about 73. You have to get to 73, which I don't think.
Yeah, I know. That's the
anybody's ever gonna
all-time.
touch.
That's the all-time record, right?
I don't know if anybody's ever going to touch that. But yeah, that's the.
I broke it in the show.
I'm sure you have. Yeah, I broke it on MLB 9 innings on my phone. Sure. I feel like 110, blowing 73 out of the water on that video game. Where I'm playing on rookie.
Yeah,
Killing
I'm playing on
people.
rookie, and I've got all the little sliders right where I need them to just
Right.
destroy
73 home runs. I got 6 guys that had 73 home runs. My guy that hit 74 is 6th on his team in homers, and he's got the most all time. Yeah.
My goal every time is to retire in the shortest amount of time and make the Hall of Fame first ballot
On the show.
on the
That's
show.
funny.
Yeah.
Like just try to have a Hall of Fame career in like 3 seasons. Yeah. I mean, you can. You're really good. You hit 110 homers a year. That's 330 for a career. That's fucking Hall of Fame numbers, bro. 3 years, in and out. Ain't no
Or go and have the best. I pull an AD. I have the best 6 years I possibly can. Get that bag, the biggest
And
bag I
just
can, and then retire. That's
And
it.
just- And then but you go through your at bats and you just don't swing. You just don't swing the bat at all. It's just walkouts and strikeouts. Now just like 0.6 something. Just like stop trying. Stop. On purpose. That might kill your fucking Hall of Fame bet though.
If you could do both, if you could pull off both, that's a task. That's a task right there.
To bomb after you get your bag and then still make the Hall of Fame.
And make the
Like, he
Hall
had
of Fame first.
113 homers in a year. Like, he's got to be in. He had 113 home runs.
He holds every record ever set.
Every-
He's got
every
those stolen
single season record ever. He's got it. And then like most of the career ones in 6 years. He had 187 stolen bases. You're just making people look stupid. You hit 560 for a whole year. You get hits more than half the time.
You know what I always end up batting? This is funny. So what I always end up batting every season is right around the 420 range. Like I'll bat 418, 419, 420. Like that's
Really?
right, and I'll always land right around 420. I think
Might be
my
some subconscious
all-time
shit going on there.
I think my all-time season average is 420.
Might be some subconscious stuff going on there. Maybe
That's
just
my
go
number,
for-
bro.
get
That
around
is
420
that
number.
is my number. That number loves me.
Well, you can't claim a number because you can't own a number because they're numbers. okay?
Well, I
So
just
if you
I
can
know
claim that
I
as
just
your-
mean it's like my lucky number.
I know.
But
420 is
Yeah.
a lot of things. It's 420 every day, twice
twice a day.
a day. It's 420.
Uh,
Erica knows. We don't have to tell Erica that. She knows.
is there
She knows
even
it's
there?
420.
Is she just over there listening to our crazy ass
She's
conversations?
being
Yeah,
really creepy.
yes, I am. I am
Yeah.
just
Do it.
listening to you two fucking rant.
Knew it. I knew that she was being
That's
super
what we
creepy.
do.
And yes, I know what 420 is. Jesus Christ.
No,
Oh,
I
she
was
better
kidding.
know.
I know that you do. I know that you do. That's what
That
happens.
Will confuses me and thinks I'm fucking Asian sometimes.
Well, I mean, your last name doesn't help. Blaze Nation.
That is not my last name. That is my nickname that he gave me for whatever reason.
Okay, so that doesn't help. Who gave you?
Well, Blaze is your.
Blaze is
Oh,
Blaze.
well, yeah. Okay. True. I didn't think about that.
Blaze
Blaze
is
Nation?
Asian. That's where you got
Yeah.
it.
Do you pronounce it Blaze or Blaze? Or Blaze? Blaze. She not gonna answer me? I'm actually asking.
She's just like, fuck you, I'm not talking anymore.
I
Yeah.
really want to know how to. I really want to know how to pronounce it. Just so I can-
Wait, say that again.
How do you pronounce it? Is it
How do you pronounce
Blaze?
it?
It's Blaze.
Blaze.
Yeah.
Like
Are you
Blaze.
are you related to the famous chef?
No.
Oh, damn.
Who's that?
I can't think of his first name now. God damn it. That's gonna drive me crazy.
Johnny Blaze?
No.
I don't care. Why would it be a chef's name? Is it their actual name?
Richard Blaze. Richard Blaze.
Spelled
It's
like
actually
that?
no, it's spelled
With a
different.
Z?
It's no, it's BLAIS.
Oh, okay.
So actually, Blaze is my second middle name.
Interesting. I was
So
gonna say, that's not really a last name.
do what?
So that's not really a last name I've ever heard.
Yeah, no. So actually, so I'm Catholic, and when you're in like 10th grade, you go through one of the
Confirmation?
Confirmation.
confirmation.
I'm a confirmed Catholic.
I chose Saint Blaise because he is the patron saint of upper respiratory, and I have asthma, so I ended up making Blaze part of my legal name.
That's interesting.
So yeah,
And now you blaze.
I was
Andrew
blazing.
Blaze.
I was blazing before I had that name, so it was just.
See,
kind of
there was
weird.
a second.
With the prophet. With the prophet Blaze. Blazing it up with the prophet Blaze.
Listen,
It was Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering. We were blazing that shit up every day.
what the fuck?
I used to get high with Johnny Hopkins.
Oh
You've
my
never
God.
known anybody named Johnny Hopkins. It's not true. It's Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering. And the patron saint. I'm a confirmed Catholic, Erica.
Do what?
Like, I'm a confirmed Catholic. I mean, I would call myself more of a recovering Catholic, but that's.
Well, I'm not antagonizing this conversation.
No, I really am. I actually, I got confirmed too. Yeah. Like when I was still doing that stuff.
I have never even been to a Catholic service, like a traditional Catholic service.
Well, good. Maybe it won't freak you out as much as you never go.
What did you say?
I said it won't freak you out as much as you just never go. If you want to be more freaked out by Catholics and what they do, go to fucking Sunday Mass. Good God.
I mean, I've
Your
seen them on
knees hurt
TV.
after, and it's horrible.
Go to the Easter one and tell me you're not freaked out.
Yeah,
Like sing low chants about some dude dying. It's like the whole thing. It's like an hour and a half long. Like asking you like, were you there?
Man, but
there?
have either of you ever been to a real Pentecostal church, like a UPC church?
like speaking in tongues type shit?
Speaking in tongues.
No.
Yes. Yes.
That's-
That's what I grew up in.
Hell
That would
no.
easily freak me out. Yeah.
That's what I grew up in. So
Covering Pentecostal. For sure. The Catholic Church is all about like shame and shit.
oh yeah.
America's probably very shameful about all that stuff for no reason.
What?
Just stuff that shouldn't be
Why
ashamed
do
of.
I all of a sudden become shameful? What did I
Yes,
do?
guaranteed you are about some stuff you shouldn't be shameful about. Guaranteed. Am I wrong?
All Catholics
See?
are.
See? Count, call it.
What the fuck is
Yes.
that? First of
Yes.
all, hold on a second.
Yes.
What is that supposed to fucking mean, Josie?
That's-
What the fuck?
What did you say? What was
I
that?
said all Catholics are ashamed of something. It's
I mean-
a shameful religion. They
Not
shame
wrong.
you.
You know what? It probably doesn't help either that I went to a Catholic school on top of it. So
Yeah,
God,
probably.
no,
You
definitely does it.
definitely have some
Definitely does
hidden shame.
Yes, 100%. It's
Like,
okay. Like, I do it.
outfits, saddleback shoes, like whole nine
You
yards.
definitely have
Catholic
some hidden
school.
shame and some
Some repressed
lesbian
sexual energy.
experience.
Yeah, a lot of repressed sexual energy for sure.
Listen,
I'm just speaking
that's
back.
not true now as an adult. That's not true
That's what
now
I'm
as an
saying.
adult.
Yeah, obviously, but I'm saying like back then, yeah. I'll give you a story.
I don't know about that one.
I had a chick who went to a Catholic school when I was in high school. Who used to do some weird shit, like put like fucking
Listen,
bags of sex toys on my door and shit. She was in a Catholic school.
Catholic girls are bad, and they're bad for a reason. Once they get
I'm
out of
saying
their
all of them.
schools, they get
Yeah.
real bad. Like, all right,
Some
so
of them do it while they're in school. Some of them do it while they're still in school.
I mean, touche.
Either way, it's like, yeah, it's just a weird thing because that's what it's what kind of like what the Catholic religion is all about, is like shaming like sex stuff. It's like bad. It really is. It's like they make it like it's like super bad. Don't fucking think about your boner. Yeah. Like, it's just super strange. For real, like that's what they do. Like,
And
boners aren't real.
Erica, welcome to one of my and Dan's rants that have
boners are Satan. It's Satan trying to tempt you. Really?
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
my god, this is
Dan.
happening.
It's just like
So, Dan, I watched something the other day. You brought this up. It was a TikTok I watched. Have you heard of David Pakman?
Hmm.
He has a podcast. He's a social democrat. But anyway, he was showing this clip of one of the Fox News anchors doing a segment with the spokesman for the Satanic Church.
How did you just get? What happened with that cat just now?
It jumped on her.
That guy is. Is that a guy or a girl cat?
It's a girl cat.
Yeah.
Her name's Luna.
But the Fox News pushed it as a like takedown and like just destroying him, and it wasn't anything like that. It was actually a very good interview on the spokesman. Yeah, like it was about a club. It was about a Satanist club in a high school, like a satanic club in a high school.
Oh,
But
okay. So it wasn't actually.
It was, yeah, I'm not sure. It was like based around the same thing that the Church of Satanic is, like freedom of religion, like all that stuff. So
The Church of Satan mostly now, from what I've seen, is basically just like general opposition to the organized religion.
Yes.
Side. There's no actual like real study or like actual following of like, oh yeah, we follow the devil. It's like no, it's just like a natural kind of funny opposition to like organized religion is basically what it is. It's like basically saying, oh, you guys are gonna like study like God and Jesus. We're gonna study the opposites. Like it's just natural like opposition. You know, they don't like flaming upside down stars and like, you know, cut their cat's feet off and sacrifice them to some weird Norse god. It's pretty much just
those guys probably do exist, but
no, those people absolutely exist. The ones that sacrifice animals and like spill their blood all over themselves and like regenerate from it and shit like that. Yeah, yes, that absolutely happens. I actually have a group of us meeting up later tonight if you guys want to join via Skype.
Okay, listen.
We're gonna kill.
I
We're gonna
like
kill a
both of
hog.
you, but on that note, I am out. Y'all have so much fun talking about your satanic shit.
We're gonna kill a hog.
It was
We're
so
gonna
nice to see
spill
you
its
guys
blood in its
tonight.
bag.
Y'all have a good one.
you know what full moon's coming up, Dan.
Yep. I'm just gonna put it in a shower, like in my shower, so I can come out through the shower. You know.
Well, on that note, we should probably wrap it up too because it's 11 o'clock and I got to work tomorrow. And don't you have a garbage truck run tomorrow?
Bill Satan. No, I
Hail
was
Satan.
I was injured on my garbage truck job. I believe
What happened?
Well, we can talk afterwards. I didn't mention that.
No, we'll talk about it in
yeah.
just a second.
Yeah. All right.